Hey guys, so we're here with a very special guest. He's from Easy Dutch. He's one of those channels that are very famous. Everyone knows like Easy German, Easy Dutch, Easy Greek, and it's an honor, honestly, to have you here.
It's a great pleasure because honestly, I've studied German, Russian, now even Armenian. We went to Armenia recently, and I'm watching the Easy Armenian videos, and we just made an interview in Dutch. How is it to interview people on the streets and like just do like you did with us like a few seconds ago?
Yeah, first of all, it's an honor to be here. I was just interviewing you, and now I'm suddenly in your interview as well. Yeah, it's fun to interview people in the streets. It's also sometimes hard when a lot of people refuse to participate. But yeah, it's always fun to meet new people, strangers you otherwise wouldn't meet, and you have interesting conversations. And I would say it's fun, but sometimes challenging to make the videos in the streets.
One question that I have is like, what is the percentage of people that accept to be in the video?
Very good question. It usually depends on the day and on the weather. Well, if I have to say a percentage, I would say like 30 to 40% accept.
Okay.
But I know it also depends on the channel. For example, I heard from the Easy Mandarin channel that nobody accepts in Taiwan, and they need 8 hours to shoot a video.
Wow.
And for us, it's usually 2 hours per video, and every third person says yes usually. Yeah.
The videos in general, they are like around 10 minutes, right? So you said like 2 hours per 10 minutes.
Exactly. So we usually we aim to interview 12. If we're in have a good day, 15 people, and then obviously we have to cut a bit some things we can't use, and then we aim to make around 10-minute video out of it.
Now there's a podcast for the German version, Easy German. Unfortunately, I have never watched any of the Easy Dutch videos. Now that I met you, now that I'm in the videos, I will definitely start watching the videos. But yeah, do you guys have a podcast, or are you planning on coming up with a podcast?
We don't have a podcast yet, so we are Easy Dutch. We're quite a young channel. We only started last year, and most of the other channels are more established already.
Right.
And so we plan to have a podcast at some point, but first it's more important to establish regular production. So with weekly videos, so that will be our next step, and then after that we can start thinking about a podcast. Yeah.
One other question is like, how do you monetize it, and how do you plan on monetizing it in the future as well?
Yeah, it's a good question. So it's kind of different for the whole Easy Languages network. So we are basically working as freelancers. So we are freelancers for Easy Languages, and monetizing is usually through just clicks on the video, sometimes advertisement and Patreon. So people can get a membership for there are different tiers, so different levels, and then we create worksheets and extra material, and people can pay monthly for that. Yeah.
And given the fact that you're not Dutch, and actually I thought you were Dutch at first, but then you told me that you're German. How do people react in the comments when they learn that you're not Dutch? How do they react?
Well, sometimes there were some comments where people said he is Dutch, or I don't know why they said it. They don't know me. No, but usually especially native speakers can hear that I have some of an accent, and they either think I'm from a weird village in the east of the Netherlands, or they can hear that I have some accent, but basically they don't say anything special about it. And when we interview people, obviously they also sometimes hear it, and then I just say when I was learning Dutch, there was no Easy Dutch available, so I wanted to make the material so that people in the future.
That was the motivation.
Because I also use Easy Languages a lot for learning, for Spanish, for example. So I was in the future it should be easier for people, and there should be Easy Dutch. So that was my motivation to start. Yeah.
And you're not the only one, because I know other people like Katie from Easy Italian. She's a great friend of mine. Kisses, Katie. she's British actually, but she lives in Italy, and she's the responsible for doing Easy Italian, right? So it's not an unusual thing.
Yeah. We just met last month. We had a meetup with Easy Languages in Barcelona, so I also met Katie there, and there's also Janus from Easy German, who's originally from Poland. So it's also cool, I think, for the people who watch it to see that a non-native speaker can get up to a higher level. So I think it can be inspirational. But also I think it's also challenging if you go on the streets and you always know the people you interview, they're speaking their mother tongue, and you have learned the language quite well, but still it's a different experience. So but it's nice that we have some hosts who how to say they don't speak in their mother tongue in the videos. So this.
And besides Dutch, you speak many other languages as well, right? I mean, we were chatting in Portuguese, and then you taught me that you speak some Finnish. What languages do you speak?
So like on a good level I speak German, Dutch, English and Spanish, bit of Portuguese, and the other languages are like, I don't really speak them, I have some basic skills, but yeah, I'm just very passionate about languages and intercultural exchange, so yeah.
Would you say that Dutch is your favorite language?
Well, like I think all languages have something special. For me it's like besides Germany, Netherlands I feel most at home because I've lived there for 3 years and I have very good friends there. So like I think it's that kind of connection that I can feel. It doesn't really feel like a foreign country for me when I'm there. And yeah, I really like the language. I think, for example, Spanish is more beautiful, but I do definitely have a connection with the language. Yeah.
And getting back to the videos, have you ever made a mistake when you were recording that you just noticed like much later when you were editing the video, like, damn, should I keep it? Should I remove it?
Or maybe saying things like, you know, instead of saying ik weet het zeker, saying something like ik ben zeker, which will be like a translation from German. How do you deal with
so basically the good thing is that when you're recording a video and you make a mistake, you just cut it out. So that's the easy way. But once I made like a little mistake in the intro, but the thing is also in the videos you see it also native speakers, they sometimes make mistakes and then we usually like correct it in the subtitles. So we added in parentheses and in that case I had like forgotten to add a word. So we just like put it in the subtitles and nobody complained about it. So, yeah.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me.
Keep boosting your language skills.